Hi, I'm Ross, Lifetime Natural Bodybuilder. Going to get straight into today's video. Got 3 sessions lined up just to demonstrate what I've been doing this week as a natural bodybuilder. I'm bulking at the moment up to 103 kilos and will continue this bulk for the remainder of this year. So the first session here is behind the net press. This is a German volume training session, so 10 sets of 10 with a moderate weight. Use a weight that you could probably lift for 15 to 20 reps for one set when you're fresh. And by that 10th set, it's going to get pretty difficult to get the 10 reps out. That's really what you want. You want to fail or be as close to failure as possible on that last set. So the first session that I did, we've done it 3 weeks now. I was using 47.5 kilos, second session 50 kilos, and this third session I used mini plates to push it up to 51.5 kilos. You can see here by the last set, the intensity was just about right. I got all sets of 10 by 10. I'd strongly suggest getting some mini plates. It just makes progressive overload a lot more manageable, especially for small weight lifts such as behind the net press or overhead press for some, arm work, where a 2.5k increment can be quite a large percentage of the overall lift, and you might see a substantial drop off in reps going from one increment to the next, and mini plates can really kind of minimize that gap and the associated drop off in reps that you might see with otherwise standard increments. We also did some strict bent over rows, 5 sets, working up to 95 kilos for 10 reps. Before moving on to our lower body session, which is a low volume day, just working on squats and stiff leg deadlifts. This is the third session post banging my knee in the squat rack. So again, being a little bit patient, working up to 170 with no belt, felt okay, and then did 10 reps with a belt at 140. Fairly comfortably. So next session will be a higher intensity session where I'll push it a little bit more, hopefully get back up to kind of some of the weights I was lifting prior to this knee knock. It feels good. There's no reason why not. I just wanted to be err on the side of caution, if you will. I think the plan for 140, what I really want to do is to beat 20 reps. And I'll try that as soon as I surpass 200 for 1 rep. I'll try that and try and beat 20 reps, which is what I did in 2014. Then moving on to stiff leg deadlifts. And this was my last warm-up set. I don't use the belt on any of my warm-up sets on any of my exercises. And this is especially helpful going into like big compounds like stiff legs and squats, most importantly. Really gives you a lot of mental confidence going into that last set, knowing you've got the belt to make it feel easier than that last warm-up set. So you can see here by the form that I'm just pushing my midsection, my gut into the hip area and pulling my shoulders back slightly before I initiate the lift. This just creates more tightness, which is especially important on an exercise like stiff leg deadlifts where you're so low, you're parallel to the floor almost at the beginning of the movement. So back to upper body, bench press, another GVT session here, and you can see by this overlay how the reps start to get more cumbersome, more difficult as I start to fatigue to go through the sets. Really trying to be as consistent as I can with the form, as tempting as it is to kind of blast through the reps, just trying my hardest to be as diligent with the form as I can be. This was set 8, and you can see I'm starting to require a spot to get the reps done. Moving on to set 9, I believe. So sets 8, 9 and 10 are really, really difficult. The first session I did this for bench press, I used 90, then 91 and now 92.5, and it's no more difficult now than it was on that first session. So that's progress. So thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to see more. Stay strong.